What? Ryan Zhu, aka the Martian, scammed investors for 100 million and then disappears. Seems like history is about to repeat itself. All of that coming up in just a moment. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome to the channel. Please find that big red button, subscribe, and also click on this bell notification icon. That way you won't miss out on any of this important information that can serve you. On this channel, what I do most of the time, as per request by my viewers, is to review stuff. Sometimes I find some good income opportunities, but lately, more often than not, I found some brutal, nasty scams that were responsible for stealing billions of dollars worth of crypto from unsuspecting victims. You want to make sure that doesn't happen to you. Get in the know. Stay in the know. Okay. Anyways, quick article here. I'm going to try and make this quick. I know you guys are busy. You guys got places to go and things to do. So let's get right into it. Hyperverse founder scammed investors out of 1 million won through another system back in 2018 called Media Chain. And it seems like history is just about to repeat itself, except it's going to get a lot worse. Instead of just stealing 100 million, I think it's going to be losses to the tune of billions. Okay. Now, this is the fifth Ponzi scheme that Ryan, also known as Zijing, has ran over the past 3 years. He also has a partner called Sam Lee. The two of them owned another platform that they claimed was backing investors in revenue called Blockchain Global. Collapsed originally. I've seen other publishers online claiming that they owed creditors 21 million, and now that number has jumped up to, I believe, around 49 million dollars. And other people are claiming that they ran away to Dubai to escape the long arm of the law in Australia, in China, and in the U.S. Okay, there's no current extradition treaty with the U.S. and Dubai, guys. Okay. Anyways, it's the fifth Ponzi that the duo has run over the past 3 years. So far, over 1 million people have invested billions of dollars into their latest Ponzi called the Hyperverse. Just last month, Hyperverse was called Hyperfund, and they rebranded into the Hyperverse. And I reviewed it back in July. One of their previous schemes was called Media Chain, also responsible for stealing a lot of victims' money, and most of those people who lost money in that other deal, right, millions of won, were Chinese residing in China. How did I notice this? I was looking for some information, and then I stumbled across this tweet here from Kyle, and it was dated back in 2018. Now, according to the article, that's this article right here. You guys can get access and read the full article. Right? I don't own this website, but you can check it out, and you'll get the links through my blog underneath this video in the description box on YouTube. So what the article says: shortly after its ICO, the team behind Media Chain liquidated all ETHs they've collected and vanished from the face of the internet, scamming nearly 100 million won from investors. Disappearing acts always indicated a scam. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, now it seems like history is repeating itself. What am I talking about? Well, we got the Hyperverse, right? And they started up with another idea here, and they're using the words like blockchain and ecosystem, and people are like, most people are, don't even understand these terminology, and they're just like, oh, you're promising 300% ROI in a memberships program and in rewards. Wow, that sounds good. And so people are, lining up for this Hyperfund, Hyperverse opportunity. Now, in the past, which was quite funny, in that other deal, right, where people lost to the tune of 100 million won in that deal they called Media Chain with Jing Zhu and Sam Lee, right? They hired a paid actor, Canadian actor Joshua Jackson, who plays one of the main guys in Dawson Creek, right? Sounds kind of crazy, but this is what happened. And then when word got out, they started, this guy even, Joshua Jackson, he was pretending to be a software engineer for that previous system that was hired by Xing, aka Ryan Zhu, and Sam Lee. And he was pretending that his name was Eugene Kaislov, and he even had a LinkedIn profile with that name, Eugene Kaislov. And then after they exit scammed and vanished for a little while on their victims, I don't know if Joshua, the Dawson Creek actor, pulled it himself, but that LinkedIn profile disappeared. Okay, now history is repeating itself again. The duo Sam Lee and Ryan Zhu, since they haven't been seen in months, other than a few seconds on a promo video for the launch of the Hyperverse on YouTube, they pretty well no one's seen them. Maybe the top guru leaders promoting hypertech and Hyperfund, etc., Hyperverse, right? Know and maybe even shake hands with them on a daily basis. But the majority, I would say 99% of the investors of Hyperverse haven't seen the two main guys for months. Okay, and what did they do? Ryan Zhu, Sam Lee, they go out there and hire another actor, Stephen Reese, to be the front of Hyperverse. Now, this guy doesn't exist outside of the Hypertech group of companies. Now, getting back to this article, Media Cash initially was created around the idea of a decentralized app that focused on the film and television industries. Zhu and Lee created a pump and dump coin called MDC that could be exchanged for film tokens to contribute to the funding of their favorite film's production. It was a good idea, but sadly, it was not the focus of Zhu or his cohort, Sam Lee. Their whole idea was to come up with a good investment idea that would convince Chinese investors to hand over their hard-earned yuan, and they did. In the main Media Cash, they went as far as paying top dollar for a Canadian actor, Joshua Jackson, to pretend that he was their humbled software engineer. There was even another actor about 2 years ago, Steven Seagal, big Hollywood superstar and martial artist, and even reality TV cop. Steven Seagal got hired to be ambassador of another Ponzi scheme called Bitcoin with two eyes in it. And then he even got sued. I can't remember if it was the FTC or the SEC, but he got sued. He got like $150,000. It's like a slap on the wrist for him for pretending to be an ambassador for a known Ponzi scheme. Money down the drain, guys. I don't know. Taking money like that, right? Maybe these guys were on low points of their career. Now, this guy, Joshua Jackson, he plays... I've seen Joshua in many films and couldn't believe that this guy got so desperate in part of his acting career that he would take on a role pretending to be an engineer, right? But he was in Dawson's Creek. If you guys go look him up, Joshua Jackson, if you're from the States or Canada or even the UK, you've probably seen him in different films. Okay. Now fast forward to Hyperfund. Zhu and Lee are at it again. They managed to convince over 1 million people to invest billions of dollars worth of Tether, a stable coin holding the value of 1-to-1 to the US dollar. But sadly, over the past week or so, majority of investors are reporting they can't withdraw. This is a screenshot that I took. Where are we here? Anyways, I don't want to spend 10,000 years getting to it. It's a screenshot that I took earlier today, December 16th. People still claiming that they can't withdraw. Okay. Person says, me too sad. I've been trying to withdraw. Me too. Another person says, another failed withdrawal. Other person says, any good news on the any news on about the upgrades? Other person says, nope. Failed withdrawal today. Any idea what's happened? Other one says, mine too. And then other person says, same here. Okay, and it gets worse. Up until now, they have managed to convince most of these loyal investors. So most of the people that have invested already into the Hyperfund and Hyperverse, right, weren't pulling any of their promised ROI out. How did they get most people to not do this? They got into vulnerability. Okay, what does that mean? Ryan and Sam, because of the greed and desperation of the majority of people out there that are investing in these type of Ponzi schemes, they figured, hey, we'll get a rebuy strategy. Get these guys, we're promising the world to them, and they won't pull out their money. And it worked like a charm. They gave them an app, right? These guys have apps on their phone. And you can, if you're a member, you can log in every single day. And it's showing you, hey, you're getting rich. You're getting 0.5% every single day. 24 hours per day, 365 days per year, right? Here's what one of the people said. He says, 1 HU equals $1. I've joined in December 2020 with $300. And now you can see the result under me, 22 members. And I am getting $4,000 to $6,000 per day. They tell people, hey, if you guys can bring your family and friends and refer them to the membership club to get their rewards, and you're helping everyone else, right? You guys can in turn help yourself. So this person believes that, hey, he put $300 in, and now he's making $4,000 to $6,000 per day, and he's getting rich overnight, right? But the problem with this idea is if everyone decided to withdraw all at the same time, since there's no verifiable proof of revenue outside of network marketing recruitment. Why would I say something like that? Because I read the due diligence report that they themselves posted in the past. They claimed that Blockchain Global, which is another system that Sam and Ryan owned, it collapsed in the past. And when news came out, other publishers were claiming, other website publishers online were claiming that they owed creditors like $21 million. But lately, people have found out that they owe them like, I believe it's like $49 million. And based on my findings so far, it seems like Ryan Zhu, and Sam Lee and the rest of their gang are hiding out in Dubai because they're escaping creditors in Australia for what, a measly $49 million? If these guys are billionaires, like the majority of network marketers who are promoting Hyperverse claim, right? If they're truly billionaires, then, $49 million is just like nickel and dimes to these guys. Why would they be hiding out in Dubai? So I'm thinking this is more of a monopoly money balance. In the past, before they locked the ability to withdraw, right? And now they pushed back the date of their official launch to the first quarter of next year, 2022, right? And people can't withdraw based on my understanding right now. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say, I'm going to have to guess, right? Since, I'm not dumb enough to give my money or donate it to Ponzi scheme owners. I'm not going to, join every Ponzi scheme that people ask me to review. But based on common sense, if I was Xingzhu, Ryan, and Sam, I would be wanting to pay all of my affiliates. Okay, I'll stop the passive investors from withdrawing, because if they all withdraw, it's going to break my bank, right, if I was the owner. But what I'm going to do In turn, I'll reward the network marketers, bringing their family and friends in for the slaughter. Why would I do something like that? Because if I stopped paying them, they're not going to bring me any more victims. I've seen other people going around claiming that, hey, people have dropped in, maybe the tune of billions right now. Most of that money spent, guys. How? They've got a 20 level unilevel compensation plan. So they have to pay the network marketers until the bitter end, or else they're not going to bring anyone else in for the slaughter, right? Hopefully you follow me. But for the passive investors, you guys can't all withdraw, especially at Christmas time, because it's just going to break the bank, and then the Ponzi is going to go bye-bye. Think this plan wouldn't work? Well, look at the past year. We'll close off with this idea. Mirror Trading International. Scam ran for like 2 years. I did a review on it like 2 years ago, and I had disgruntled network marketers arguing in the comment section like they are with the Hyperverse, claiming that that was legit. And what were they all getting excited about? They had a screenshot image of a successful trading account, an image, guys, in their back office, and it kept them around for 2 years. And the same cock and bull story seems to be happening all over again, except this time with the Hyperverse. People saw losses to the tune of billions with MTI. Same type of story. They are using Hyperverse investors' greed and desperation to keep promised ROI in the platform. Why are people not able to withdraw over the holidays? Because people are shopping here in North America as well as in the UK. And enough people try to withdraw, it's going to screw the platform owners because you don't have any other revenue. Blockchain Global already collapsed. Ponzi bosses are hiding out over a measly $49 million, right? The red flags are clear, and the red flags are evident, and now they're delaying the official launch to 2022. People can put money in, they can still deposit, but if you're not an affiliate, you can't get it out. Can't get it out, guys.